Let me ask you something wild. You've been going to work every single day. Alarm at 6 a.m. Traffic, meetings, lunch that somehow costs $17, more meetings, drive home, collapse on the couch. You know the drill, and yet somehow you still don't feel wealthy. I mean, you're not broke, you're just not ahead. You're running, but the finish line keeps moving, and nobody told you why. Well, here's the truth, and brace yourself, because this might sting like hell. The way most people make money is fundamentally broken, not because they're lazy, not because they're dumb, but because they've been handed a system, a very profitable system, that was never designed to make them wealthy. It was designed to make them useful. So if you've ever sat at your desk and thought, I worked too hard to be this broke, stay right here. Because in the next few minutes, we're going to tear apart the biggest financial trap most people walk into with a smile on their face, and we're going to show you exactly how to start getting out of it. Point number 1, the trade nobody talks about. Now, I got to start with the most uncomfortable truth in personal finance. Literally, every single morning when you wake up and go to work, you are making a trade. You give your time, your energy, your brain, your health, and in return, you get a check. Sounds fair, right? Well, here's the problem. That check stops the second you stop. Sick? No check. Vacation? Smaller check. Laid off? No check. Die? Definitely no check. You are the machine, and machines need maintenance. But machines also break down. Robert Kiyosaki, the guy who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of the best-selling personal finance books of all time, spent years explaining this exact trap. He called it the rat race. You earn, you spend, you earn again. And the loop never ends because your income is 100% dependent on your presence. That's not a career. That's a subscription you're paying with your life. The wealthy figured something out that schools never taught you, and they figured it out generations ago. The goal isn't to earn more. The goal is to build things that earn for you. Whether you're awake or asleep, working, or on a beach somewhere drinking something with a little umbrella in it. That's the difference. And we're just getting started. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because if trading time for money is the trap, what exactly is the escape route? Stick with me, because point 2 is where the whole game flips. Point number 2, active versus passive, the two worlds of making money. Okay, now don't think I'm crazy, but there are two worlds of income. Most people live in one and never visit the other. World 1, active income. This is the money you earn by doing stuff. You work, you get paid, you stop working, the money stops coming. Simple, familiar, limiting. World 2, passive income. This is money that comes in whether you show up or not. It's the rental property collecting rent while you sleep. It's the YouTube channel getting ad revenue at 3 a.m. It's the stock portfolio quietly compounding in the background while you're at your kid's soccer game. Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds great for rich people. And that's exactly the mindset the trap wants you to have. Here's a fact that should shake you a little. According to the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances, the top 1% of earners in America hold about 38% of the nation's wealth. But here's the crazy part. Most of that wealth isn't from their salary. It's from assets, businesses, investments, real estate, intellectual property. They stopped trading time long before they got rich. That's not a coincidence. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. 7. Meanwhile, most people are writing one paycheck and crossing their fingers that nothing bad happens. That's not a wealth strategy. That's a prayer. And look, I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. Don't be dumb. I'm saying your job should be fuel for building something that eventually doesn't need you to show up. There's a huge difference between a job that pays the bills and a system that builds the future. You need to start thinking about building the system. But wait, let me pause real quick and say that if you're actually serious about building real wealth through digital products, AI, assets, and not just watching videos about it, join the Stealth Wealth Society right now. Once you become a member, you'll get complete access to the entire Stealth Wealth store and all of our other courses. So if you've been meaning to level up, this is your window now. The link's in the pinned comment and description below. But anyways, now let's transition for a bit. What exactly does building a system actually mean in real life? Because I'm tired of vague financial advice too. Point 3 breaks it down with real numbers and real examples. Point number 3, the compounding secret. They don't teach in school. If you've been around here for some time, you know that Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he actually said it or not, the math doesn't lie, and it's absolutely wild once you see it in action. Here's the basic idea. When your money earns returns, and then those returns earn their own returns, the growth starts to snowball, slowly at first, then insanely fast. Let's use real numbers. Say you invest $500 a month starting at age 22. You put it in an index fund averaging 8% annual return, which is conservative, based on the S&P 500's historical average of around 10.5% before inflation. By age 62, you'd have roughly $1.75 million. You personally put in about $240,000 over those 40 years. The other $1.5 million, that's compound growth. That's your money working for you. Now here's the brutal flip side. If you wait until you're 32 to start, just a 10-year delay, you end up with around $870,000. You cut your outcome nearly in half just by waiting a decade. Time in the world of investing is the most valuable asset you own. More than money, more than talent, more than connections. Time in the market beats timing the market, and it absolutely destroys standing on the sidelines watching. Fidelity ran a study on their best-performing investment accounts. Know what they found? The accounts with the highest returns belonged to people who had either forgotten about their investments entirely or who were dead. Literally. The people who did nothing outperformed the people who were constantly moving things around, trying to be clever. Sometimes the smartest financial move is to stop overthinking and just let the system work. Okay, but let's get even more concrete. Because compounding is great in theory, but you need actual vehicles to put your money in. Point 4 is the one that makes people go, wait, why did nobody tell me this? Point number 4, the vehicles that actually build wealth. All right, let's talk about the actual tools. Because passive income doesn't just appear out of nowhere. You have to build the machine. And there are several machines available to you right now that most people walk right past. First, index funds and ETFs. This is the boring one. It's also the most powerful for most people. An index fund is basically a basket of stocks that tracks the overall market. When the market goes up, you go up. Warren Buffett, the most successful investor of the 20th century, has repeatedly recommended that the average person just put their money in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund and leave it alone. Not options trading, not crypto day trading, not that stock tip your uncle swears by. Just boring index funds. Buffett even bet a hedge fund manager $1 million that a simple index fund would outperform a hand-picked portfolio of hedge funds over 10 years. He won. Easily. Second, real estate. Now, you don't need to buy a mansion. People are building real estate portfolios starting with one small rental property, house hacking, where you buy a multi-unit home, live in one unit, and rent out the others so your tenants literally pay your mortgage. Or investing through REITs, which are real estate investment trusts that let you own a slice of commercial real estate without being a landlord. Third, building a business or a brand. This one's the wild card, but it's increasingly accessible. A digital product, a course, an ebook, a template can sell while you sleep. A YouTube channel can generate ad revenue 24/7. A newsletter with a loyal audience can generate sponsorship income month after month. These aren't get-rich-quick schemes. They're get-rich-slow engines that run without you once they're built. The common thread? All of these generate income without requiring you to physically trade hours. You build once or invest once, and the system runs. Your job right now? Pick one. Don't try to do all three at once. Pick one, learn it deeply, start small, stay consistent. Now here's the part most people skip, because even if you know all of this, there's a psychological trap that keeps most people broke. And it's not what you'd expect. Point number 5, lifestyle inflation, the sneaky wealth killer. Picture this, you get a raise. Congratulations, you earned it. Now, naturally, you upgrade the apartment, get the newer car, start eating at nicer places, bump up the subscriptions, buy the better sneakers. And suddenly, you're making more money than ever and still living paycheck to paycheck. That, right there, is lifestyle inflation. And it is absolutely merciless. Lifestyle inflation is what happens when your expenses rise to match or exceed every income increase you get. It feels like you're leveling up, but financially, you're staying exactly in place. You just bought a fancier hamster wheel. Here's a stat that will make you genuinely uncomfortable. According to a 2023 Lending Club survey, over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, including people earning over $100,000 a year, six figures. Paycheck to paycheck. Income alone does not create wealth. The gap between what you earn and what you spend, that gap is where wealth lives. Every time you widen that gap, you create room to build. Every time you shrink it with a new purchase, you're buying comfort and selling freedom. That doesn't mean live like a monk. That doesn't mean no fun, no joy, no nice things. It means being intentional. It means every time your income goes up, a meaningful portion of that increase goes toward building wealth, not just funding a more expensive lifestyle. The people who become wealthy aren't always the highest earners. They're the ones who consistently kept the gap wide. So you've got the mindset, you've got the vehicles, you've killed lifestyle inflation in theory, but there's one more force working against you, and it's invisible. You interact with it every single day. Point number 6, inflation is quietly robbing you. Let me paint you a picture so you can clearly understand. In 2004, a movie ticket cost around $6. Today, it's pushing $15 in most cities. A dozen eggs that cost $1.50 in 2019, try $4 to $5 in many U.S. cities post-2022. The price of a new car has gone up over 30% in the last 5 years. That's inflation. And it doesn't knock on your door and announce itself. It just quietly makes your dollar weaker every single year. Here's what nobody tells you. If your money is just sitting in a traditional savings account earning 0.1% interest, which is what most big banks were offering for years, and inflation is running at 3 to 4% annually, you are losing purchasing power every single day. You're not saving money. You're watching it slowly dissolve. As of recent years, even high-yield savings accounts top out around 4 to 5%, which means you're barely keeping up. To actually beat inflation and grow real wealth, your money needs to be working harder than inflation is eroding it. That's why investing isn't optional. It's self-defense. If you're not growing your wealth, inflation is actively shrinking it. There is no neutral option. You're either moving forward or quietly sliding backward. The wealthy understand this. That's why cash sitting idle makes them nervous. Every dollar not deployed is a dollar being taxed by time. Now let's pull back and look at the big picture, because all of this only works if you shift one fundamental thing about how you think. And this might be the most important point in this entire video. Point number 7, the mindset that separates the wealthy from everyone else. Here's the difference between how most people and wealthy people think about money. Most people think, how do I earn more? Wealthy people think, how do I build more? That single shift changes everything. Earning more is a linear strategy. You work harder, you get paid more, there's a ceiling. There's a physical limit to how many hours you can trade. Building more is an exponential strategy. You create systems, assets, and investments that multiply independently of your hours. There's no ceiling because the system doesn't need you to sleep or rest. This isn't theory. Morgan Housel, author of The Psychology of Money, one of the best-read personal finance books of the last decade, argues that building wealth has less to do with income or intelligence and more to do with behavior over time. Consistency, patience, avoiding catastrophic mistakes, letting compounding do its job without interrupting it. The trap most people fall into is thinking wealth requires a dramatic event, a big break, a viral moment, an inheritance, a jackpot. And sure, those things can help, but the data consistently shows that the most reliable path to wealth is boring, slow, and repetitive. Save consistently, invest consistently, build consistently. Don't blow it up when things get uncomfortable. Your brain is wired to want immediate results. Wealth is built by overriding that instinct, over and over again, for years. That's the real work. Not the 60-hour weeks, not the hustle grind, the discipline to keep going when nothing feels like it's moving. And here's the payoff nobody talks about. The moment your passive income exceeds your expenses, even by $1, everything changes. You're no longer working because you have to. You're working because you choose to. That's financial freedom, not a number, a choice. All right, we're almost at the finish line. But before we wrap, let's make this real, because all of this can feel abstract until you see what the actual first steps look like. Point number 8, what to actually do starting this week. Let's bring this home. None of this matters if you walk out of here and do nothing. So let's make it stupid simple. Step 1, audit your income right now. How many sources of income do you have? If the answer is one, that's your first problem to solve. Not tomorrow, today. Step 2, find your gap. Look at what you earn and what you spend. If your spending matches your earning, there's no room to build. You have to widen that gap, either by cutting expenses, increasing income, or ideally both. Step 3, start investing, even small. If your job offers a 401k with employer matching and you're not taking it, you are leaving free money on the table. That is the most straightforward wealth building tool available to you, and millions of people ignore it. If no 401k is available, open a Roth IRA. You can contribute up to $7,000 per year as of 2024. The money grows tax-free. Your future self will send you a thank you note. Step 4, learn one wealth building vehicle deeply. 1, not 5, not the whole list. 1, real estate, index funds, a digital product, building a brand. Pick one that matches your current skills and resources and go deep. Step 5, protect your mindset. Unfollow the people online making you feel like you need to spend to keep up. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Comparison is the enemy of compounding. Stay focused on your system, your timeline, your progress. Wealth isn't built in a weekend, but it also isn't started without a decision, and you can make that decision right now. So let's recap what just happened here. You've been trading time for money. That's not wrong. It's where most of us start. But it becomes a trap the moment you stop building beyond it. The wealthy don't just earn. They build systems that earn for them. They let compounding work. They keep their gap wide. They deploy their money so inflation can't eat it, and they do it consistently. Not because they're special, but because they decided to think differently. You now have the framework, the vehicles, the mindset, the first steps. The only question is whether you do something with it. If this video hit different, comment the words, "I will be wealthy." It genuinely affirms everything and helps more people find this content. And subscribe because we're just getting started. Now, here's where the real conversation continues. You know what the number one thing is that stops people from actually starting to invest? They think they don't have enough money to begin. And that's a myth we're going to completely dismantle in the next video. We're talking about how to start building real wealth with $100 or less. No trust fund required, no six-figure salary needed. If you think your budget is too small to matter, you need to watch that one. Link's right here. Let's get to it.